Well, if ever there was a much anticipated dual sport motorcycle, this is it. I mean, Yamaha first gave us a sneak peek of their new middleweight Tenere almost 5 years ago. And with this highly competitive dual sport segment running hotter than an NKG spark plug right now, needless to say, Canadian riders have been clamoring to throw a leg over this machine for some time. At the heart of the Tenere is Yamaha's super refined liquid-cooled CP2 parallel twin, a motor well sorted and known to deliver wide, flexible power. Perfect for steep hills and low gear roll-ons. Braking-wise, the dual Brembos up front not only look trick, but they also provide good strength and feel. While the suspension pieces, like the 43mm upside-down fork and adjustable rear shock, aren't from the highest drawer in the cabinet, they offer excellent performance, as do the OE-fitted Pirelli Scorpion Rally tires. Finally, the new Tenere 700 definitely strikes a commanding pose. Aesthetically, we love the Dakar competition silhouette, and the quad projector LED headlamps really complete the look, while the rectangular-shaped LCD instrument pod provides great information, including gear position. All in all, the new 2021 Tenere 700 makes for a nice tight package, but you don't have to take my word for it. Just ask Canadian off-road legend Lawrence Hacking.
So Lawrence, 2021 Tenere 700, thank you Yamaha Motor Canada. We've got the first opportunity to ride this bike in all of the country, and talk about a much anticipated motorcycle, man. We've been hearing about this thing for a couple of years. What was your first impression?
Well, you know, first of all, I was just over the moon to be permitted, be chosen to ride this thing.
Yeah.
I was waiting just like everybody else to have a spin on it. I love the bike, actually. You know, I have to be honest, it's just a fun motorcycle to ride.
Yeah. Fun is good. I think the motor has a lot to do with the fun. It's a 700 parallel twin, but man, it sounds nice,
Yeah.
It pulls nice. I was really pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I just went for a good ride in the morning here, and just so satisfying to roll the throttle on and hear the exhaust note and feel the acceleration and the torque. I was really impressed.
Yeah, it's got the power for the highway, and I mean, we're talking about a dual sport bike here, so I rode it on the highway this morning. It had more than enough power, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, like highway speed's no problem at all, and then very capable off-road as well.
Gearbox is nice. I didn't have any problem. How did you find the shifting?
No, very smooth. You know, this CP2 engine is in another model, so it's well proven, very reliable, and yeah, just butter smooth. I'm an old school guy, so I really like this type of motorcycle with cable clutch, because I like the feel of the cable and that kind of stuff.
Right.
But that's old school.
It's got a bit of an old school look. It looks like a Dakar bike. I'm impressed with the silhouette. Yeah. There's nothing really budget about this. Like, let's talk about the suspension. Like, it's got a great fork.
Yeah, Kayaba forks and shock, Brembo brakes, excellent. When you go for a quick spin on it, you obviously right away you know that this has got really good quality components on it.
Yeah, you mentioned the brakes. We've got ABS on this. You can shut the ABS off, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, more than enough power and feel, eh?
Sure, and really easy to manage the choices you have with the ABS to the off-road mode. It's really easy, and it actually makes it really fun to ride off-road.
Right. It feels like a really spacious bike. Like, it fit me really nicely. I was sitting upright. I wasn't cramped. So it just feels like there's a lot of room to move around on the bike. How did you find it?
Well, I was about the same. We were about the same height. You know, the transition from sitting to standing, say off-road, is very good, and it's comfortable in both positions. And there's a ton of aftermarket accessories.
Right.
So there's all sorts of things, because this bike's been out in Europe for a while, and all those companies are designing and building all sorts of guards and handlebar risers and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So you can really personalize it as well, which is important.
Yeah. From a road standpoint, the mirrors, the wind protection, the actual tank itself is part of your lower body wind protection. So from a pavement standpoint, I couldn't ask for more, but you did a lot of off-road as well. What did you find on the the off-road ride.
Well, yeah, I think the off-road capabilities is actually very good. You can tell that this bike has been well designed by very skilled engineers and test riders.
Yeah.
You know, if you think about the process that Yamaha or any manufacturer has to develop a new model, they rely on some really talented people.
Yeah.
And it's pretty obvious that Yamaha has some real talent there.
Overall, I was very pleased. The saddle is comfortable. I felt like I could ride it almost anywhere. How did you feel in terms of comfort?
Yeah, very comfortable. You know, I think it's ready to be ridden on a day trips like we've done today, or you can ride it across the country if you wanted to. You might add some bags on it, either Yamaha accessories or some aftermarket accessories.
Right. So who's this bike targeted for? Who's going to buy it?
That's a good question. You know, I have a theory on that. The adventure bike segment is obviously growing and big. So manufacturers are investing in these types of bikes. And I think, you know, for example, the Kawasaki KLR 650, they've been selling the same bike, pretty much the same bike for about 30 years.
Right.
And there's probably thousands of those that are all worn out, and all those guys need a new bike, and this is the type of bike that those guys would really enjoy and probably be attracted to.
Interesting comment. Well, Lawrence, you're the man.
Thanks.
You did a great job for us on camera, and thank you so much for road testing as well.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lawrence.